It's Wednesday! You know what that means!
I'm better than you, and you know it!
You fucking mark! Listen, get it! Calm down, bro!
Oh, yeah. What is up, everybody? Welcome here to the Sports Jedi Network here on a Thursday afternoon with the Dynamite Bros. I am your host, PGHChrisTV. Today, we talk about AEW Grand Slam Mexico from last night, a 2.5-hour special that turned into a 2-hour and 59-minute special. I'm suing Excalibur for false advertisement. I just want to say that right now. I'm also suing YouTube TV because when you look on your guide, it was advertised for a 2.5-hour Dynamite. That is not what it was. And we will get into that and much more here on a Thursday afternoon, again, on the Sports Jedi Network with myself and Hoss. Before we get into the program, before we get into everything else, you guys know the Sports Jedi Network is sponsored always by Dude Wipes. Hoss, we have another Dude Wipes member. I don't know if you heard right before we went on the air, TNA Wrestling has a partnership with Dude Wipes. So Dude Wipes and WWE continue to take notes out of the Sports Jedi Network. I just want to get that out there. Use your promo code. Text Dude Save 20 to 59463. Will save you a nice promo code there. Again, with Blackout Coffee, you guys see all of it on the screen right now, as well as G Fuel, which we will hear from later on in the program. Guys, you guys know I don't do this alone. I cannot do this AEW shit alone. I was doing it for almost a year, and I was just going crazy. I finally got my guy, my Dynamite Bro, Hoss Knucklebrew. Hoss, good afternoon, and man, 2.5 hours, huh?
I don't know. I don't know the time zones in Mexico, so they may have got to switch some kind of way. Maybe ChatGPT got the prompt wrong. I don't know, but I can't get those hours back. I was told that we're going to be in a nice, crisp fashion, 2.5 hours. Man, it felt like 4. And people were like, man, the wrestling is wonderful and so much wrestling, and we can't have enough of the graps. And I'm just like, guys,
I'm sick of the graps.
This is why they call you sickos, because there has to be balance. Again, if you say I hate this company, I spend money on t-shirts like this. So you cannot say I hate the company. I love the potential of this company. But enough is enough. We need balance. Too much damn wrestling. Too much damn wrestling.
We have no balance in pro wrestling. Me and Hoss were just talking off the air, dude. WWE gives us 8-minute matches with two of the best, or 11-minute matches with two of the best solid in-ring wrestlers they have in Penta and Chad. And then Tony wants to give us too much with two jobbers that nobody cares about. We need balance. We need balance. And this show was none of that, Hoss. Before we get into the actual review, there's nothing really to review other than a few things. You guys know how this shit goes on Wednesdays, but you know, our Dynamite reviews in general. I want to start off with this. I just want to talk a little bit about last night, because I know we're talking about the time length and all that stuff, but I will give them props. You know, doing a Dynamite AEW in another country, I think wrestling in another country is as a whole is a better environment. It is a better viewing experience for us watching at home. I thought Arena Mexico looked very cool. I love that stage that they come down on. I thought Jericho's entrance. I don't like Jericho. I think he's very. I mean, not that I don't like him. I don't see his value in 2026. Anyway, long story short.
Hey, hold on now.
I'm sorry. I know you're a Jericho-holic. I tell you, he's top 10. And
Yes,
I still
you're
believe
co-hosting with a Jerkaholic here. We
he
can't
is
be slandering this guy.
He's top 10 of all time, in my opinion. But in 2026, I don't really know what we're doing here with him. But anyway, his entrance was great. Andrade was good. They when you have a crowd like this and you're in a historic a venue like this, Hoss, it really makes your wrestlers look like big stars. It really makes a show that felt really dud for the most part, nothing interesting, feel like a big show. That's what they did with Beach Break. That's what they did with this. So I'm happy that they did this as a Dynamite. If you remember last year, I think they did this as like a Collision special in Australia that got spoiled because it was the tape delay. So besides that, it's frustrating. Now it's frustrating. I let that shit slide before Redemption. I let this annoying match by match sit slide. But now I'm not. And I'm going to tell you why. I said on this show, I said on Saturday, what needs to be done at Redemption? That needs to be the start of your weekly builds towards All In. It has not been that the last 2 weeks. The last 2 weeks, maybe a little bit at the end with Ospreay and Kenny. We didn't even see them at all tonight. We didn't get Kenny Omega in Mexico? Really? World champion, not champ? No, we had to give our former world champion with a prop belt on TV, but Kenny Omega can't come to Dynamite and build up his feud with Will Ospreay that he pushed to be in the main event. Hoss, to take it away, man. What just overall view of this show? That's my thoughts before we really deep dive into match by match by match.
Well, I will say this: Arena Mexico is a great venue. As you can see, that translated on television. The crowd was very hot, and I get it. Like Tony Khan really holds his place in high esteem. He calls it the mecca of wrestling, like we be talking about Madison Square Garden for the mecca of basketball. So I get that. But my biggest thing is the difference between house shows and good television. Tony Khan doesn't know what the fuck that is because he put house shows on TV. Like I would have enjoyed this more if I was there. If the viewing pleasure. A lot of people don't understand the difference. There's a big difference. We're up here watching 3+ hours of wrestling on TV. You have to have some levity. You have to have, some breaks in between for a TV show to work. For a house show like this, you can do match after match after match because I'm sitting there, I'm pounding drinks, I got food, I'm just watching the events unfold. But when you are at home, it's not the same viewing experience. And that's why we be talking about stuff like this. So for the sickos that can just watch match after match every week on weeks, I think you people need help, but that's a different discussion. I want you to go get you some sunlight outside, and I want you to go actually meet actual people. But for this show here, for a house show, 10 out of 10. For a TV show experience, 2 out of 10.
Yeah, man. And people, I hope people realize, especially once that All In's over, that the better match was always going to be MJF and Will Ospreay. The better TV was going to be. You know why, Hoss? Because we are going to get a banger match. That's not that's not my concern. My concern is the boring fucking television that we are getting leading up to it. That's my concern. We got 2 weeks. I'm going on vacation this week, so there will be no post-show Dynamite on Wednesday night. We got one more, and then we got All In. Let's go. Time's ticking. Let's get our interesting television on. They started something last week. Okay. It's not all peaches and cream like it was 3 weeks ago. The fact that they are not on weren't on this show tonight. That is the main problem I had.
I get it.
It's ridiculous. And no, the sickos, but we're gonna get a 5-star match. It's all about the matches.
And
It's all
that's
about
what we,
Aaron. People like Aaron are gonna fucking glaze this shit. He already unfollowed me and all this. I could care less. If people like Aaron are gonna glaze this shit, and then Tony's gonna see it, and then, oh my god, this is what my fan base loves and want. No, that's what the delusional psycho sickos online that love their Dave Meltzer reviews want. Not all of wrestling fans want that shit. He's booking, I think he's caters to the AEW fans. He does not cater to pro wrestling fans like myself, like Hoss, like Kev. The wrestling fans that don't ride or die for this guy.
man, this is, and we're gonna get into it with the Continental Cup shows this. This is why he keeps signing more wrestlers, because you run out of matches to do when you only focus on matches. When you're not focusing on long-term story booking, and you just like, we're gonna give them 8 matches this week and 7 matches next week and another 10 next week and a pay-per-view that's gonna have 15 of them. It just, you run through all your wrestlers and you're only letting a select few win. I do not care to see jobbers on jobbers on jobbers wrestle for a prize. Like, we got the Continental Cup. We got 14 jobbers in this tournament. 14 of them. And be like, oh no, Eddie Kingston's not a jobber. He was the first Continental champion. Jobber. Where's he been? ROH. That's where the land of jobbers. That's where they go. Jay White. Jay White ain't been here 18 months. He needs to be highlighted somehow. I'll give you him. And John Moxley. This is just an excuse to put Moxley on All In, because you don't have the imagination to do something with the so-called ace of the company. So he goes up to Tony Khan, and Tony's scared of him, so he lets him book himself to do whatever. Like, I got an idea for you, Tony. How about a cup? Tell me more. That's what Tony Khan says. Tell me more, John. We're going to have the Continental Cup, Tony. We can have you know how you like tournaments? We're going to make it like the NCAA tournament. Sweet 16. Single elimination. Man, this just got Tony Khan with a big erection. Like, I love tourneys, John. Yes, let's do it. We got the Continental Classic in the winter, and we're going to have the cup in the summer. No, Tony. You should have did it for the women. I would have bought in on this idea if you did it for the women. But no, we got a whole tournament full of jobbers. I hate it. I fucking hate it. And we're going to have these tournament matches on Dynamite and Collision with all these jobbers. And they'll be like, oh, see, we want to make stars over here. But no, you're not. No, you don't. No, you don't. You just want more matches. That's all the fuck you want. You can't. Enough is not enough for you people. And that's why they call you sickos. That's why I say I'm sicko adjacent. I can't go full sicko because you people have lost your damn minds. You've lost the plot. But we'll get to the cup later. We got to get to this show.
Do we have to get to the cup, man? Because that shit sucks. Well, yes, we are going to get to that. We're going to get into the show. Arena Mexico last night, Grand Slam. Again, happy that they finally did this on a Dynamite as a AEW Dynamite, not just some random bullshit Collision or some Saturday night special. So they started off with this. They started off with Adam Copeland, Christian Cage, the Young Bucks versus the Death Riders, Moxley, Garcia, Yuta, and Pac. Adam Copeland makes his entrance. I mean, he gets that reaction everywhere. Arena Mexico's going crazy. He even cut a promo in Spanish when they went to commercial break, thanking them. His entrance is great. It shows the star power that he does have. Going into him being in AEW, he feels like it just feels like he doesn't do much. He should be booked in a higher spot, in my opinion. But he wants to play tag team with Christian Cage and have dream matches. So that's what he's doing right now.
Physically, he can't. If you look at him in the ring, Chris,
I know.
He can't.
I know. But
he should have the AEW championship by now. But physically, he just can't hold up to that.
That's fair. But if come on, you would think Adam Copeland would have been an AEW or at least fought for or a big storyline going into it with MJF or something. It has not happened.
I agree with you. I believe after that a whole debacle he had with Spike and John Moxley, he just like, I can't really have matches that I need.
That match he had with Aleister Black fucked him up.
He damn near died.
Damn, oh my god.
Yes.
I
Yes.
can't get that image out of my head, dude. The entrance was dope. But I come up and I was watching that and I was just like, oh my God. I felt so bad for Adam Copeland, dude. I felt so bad for Adam Copeland. Should have done that cut for the tag teams and add the New Day as a special entry and have the Hurt Business and Rascals not for the single mid card. Hoss, I think it should have been for the women, like you said.
Yeah, but the men got enough tournaments. Like they have enough.
Yeah.
The women need to be on TV more. And like that's just not me because I just want to see women, but they need opportunities. Honestly, they do. They could use another mid card belt. They could because they're never on TV. They could use another. But that's not a bad idea. You better believe that's on the way, Kev. Kev, that's on the way.
It is.
They got like 14 tag teams because they're making trios out of them now. So yes, that's not a bad idea, Kev. I get what you're saying.
I know. I agree. Just less men tournaments. That the Continental Classic should have been your mid-card championship, mid-card tournament, if that's what you wanted to do.
We already don't care about the belt, but
nobody gives a shit about the belt. I don't even think AEW cares about the belt, Tony. But the Death Riders win. Hoss, I want to talk about this. This match was whatever. Did you see the attempt 619 spot?
I was just about to bring it up. I know. Yes, it was absolutely
take it away because
awful.
I'm sitting here playing Mario Kart with my family, and I have AEW on the background as noise here on my computer. That's how much I did not care about it last night when my power turned back on at like 10 o'clock. I was just like, oh my God. The one time I actually turned to actually see what's going on in the opening match, Brother Buck is doing a 619 from this side, barely hits Moxley. All you see is Copeland just fall right down, and this guy Moxley still sells it. He still sells it like Adam Copeland just kicked the living hell out of him. Oh my God, Hoss, that was the highlight of the night.
First of all, you brought the right game to describe this. It's like Cope. He hit the banana peel, or he got hit by a purple shell. I don't know what happened. It's like he ran out of gas on this, or he's just too tall to be executing this move because
that was awesome.
Because what was that? Matthew Jackson? I don't think that was Nick.
I think it was Matt.
Yeah, Matt's the shorter one, right? He's the shorter Jackson, correct? He's like 5'10", 5'11". It works for him. You got Cope who's like 6'5", up here, 250 pounds. This big ass man trying to execute this move that he's probably practiced once in his life, and it was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. I don't understand. Kevin, right? They both are short.
See, they're not like the Usos. Like the Usos, you couldn't tell those fuckers apart when I was younger. Like when they came out with those face paint, they were wearing orange t-shirts.
Well, they're actually identical twins, so that makes sense. I want to say Nick's what,
but now you can. Now, right? But like now you can. But I say I know they're not twin, but still, sometimes it's like I don't know. They look very similar, but I think Nick, you could tell with Nick, Matt has that longer like beard type of thing. Like, yeah. I think Nick's the shorter one, though. In all honesty,
he is. Oh boy, I thought it was Matt, but okay.
I think. Wait. Let me.
Matt is I thought he was the shorter one with the.
You're right. It was Matt. It is Matt. Matt is the shorter one. Yeah.
The tallest dwarf in the circus.
Yes,
okay,
Matt Jackson is the tallest dwarf of them all. Yeah, that spot was just terrible. The match wasn't bad, but I mean, given the Death Riders win, okay, I see that. You want to build some tension going on. I hate the can you coexist in all of pro wrestling. You can ask Kev. I have never been a fan of it. And this is what that was. This is exactly what this was. So it makes sense, right? You have a team versus a team that's going to get. I can see the logic on why the Death Riders win.
Man, the Death Riders, again, they've overstayed their welcome. I'm tired of seeing their party matches. They do the same stuff in every party match. It's an absolute travesty, but people love watching them. And you have to be sick. I hate when they do that in tandem turnbuckle move. They go up there and do the European uppercuts and shit. I'm so tired of seeing that shit. I'm like, man, because they're on TV every fucking week. Because Moxley's always here, so the Death Riders are always here. I'm like, man, it's so formulaic. You know what's coming. And then no, the best part of this match was when Christian Cage gave Marina Shafir the coochie kick.
Oh yes.
That was hilarious. That is classic Vince McMahon comedy. Because I'm like, that was hilarious, bro. I was just like, what?
I didn't know. I didn't know what we were doing in this match, dude. I again, not bad. No real tensions or anything that even builds up for Adam Copeland and Christian Cage and the Bucks. They just lost the match. I don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't. At All In, what is there looking forward to with All In between these two? The match, because I don't want to see the Young Bucks as tag team champions again. I'm kind of getting tired of Christian Cage and Adam Copeland being the tag team champions. I thought they were going to be the tag team champions for like a cup of coffee or something. I think they're overstaying their welcome. Question, did it add into All In story? I mean, that's kind of what I'm. Yeah, I mean, not really. I don't. This whole show didn't. Maybe one or two things, but Hoss, there no real build, in my opinion, build up between both tag teams here. The Young Bucks, Cridge and Copeland. I want to say Edge and Christian so bad.
What scares me is like I know they're gonna add someone else to this match. They people be like, man, this is a dream match.
What,
I feel
the
like
New Day?
I don't know if it's the New Day. I don't know if it's the Dogs. I don't know if it's FTR. It's just I don't think that's enough for Tony. I don't think just this tag team match is enough for him. I think he wants tables. I think he wants ladders. And I think he wants chairs. I think he wants
so he wants to recreate TLC.
Yes, I think he wants a 16 tag match, and he's just trying to sell this right now.
Fucking put all the tag teams in put the belt above the ring, have all the tag teams come out there, stadium stampede, whoever grabs it wins. And I know I'm joking, but that is, now that I say it out loud, that is something Tony would do.
It's just, I'm telling you, I don't just think these two teams are enough for him, and I think he's going to add more. This is going to happen.
I mean, the triple threat. I originally thought we were going to get the FTR added into the match originally. Anyway, I figured we would get FTR, the Bucks, and Christian and Copeland. But with the Motor City Machine Guns and New Day, I mean, this is not just an AEW problem. This is a pro wrestling problem that I don't like, where you have the new debut already winning champions. That's why I didn't like Corbin winning the title at SummerSlam, and that's why I wouldn't like it in this situation if the New Day or the Motor City Machine Guns just walk right in there and win the tag team titles. I like to see how they build their way up when they debut or come from another company to get to that championship. But there's still plenty of time. Like, again, if I'm bringing my equipment to the beach, so if anything does happen, we will be on standby. If anything, which is a very big if, and I swear to God, if they decide to do something, oh my gosh, the week I'm on vacation, I'm going to tell Tony, fuck you.
Tell him to shove it where the sun don't shine, pal.
Wrong place, wrong time. Speaking of wrong place, wrong time, I mean, this triple threat match, I guess it was the right place. I don't know if it was the right time, but it was definitely the right place. You had
How you know? You had Andrade El Idolo versus Commander and Tommaso Ciampa for the #1 spot in the Casino Gauntlet match. Tommaso Ciampa just beat the shit out of Commander before he took the fight to Andrade. I think Andrade and Ciampa would have been a better match. I think Tony put Commander because he had a good showing against Moxley. Mox said, yo, Commander did a good job against me. Put him in Mexico and have him. We all know he's not winning a #1 contender spot. He got to walk the ropes, though, Chris. You're not impressed.
Mexico does that. Walking. He does it better. We already have so many luchadors. They all do the same shit. They're all want to be. It's all the same shit.
It's Arena Mexico, Chris. You got to highlight the real Latino men.
Well, they did highlight the real Latino men because Commander got a few takedowns both on Andrade and Tommaso Ciampa. He did a nice dive outside of the ring. Andrade got up right after, and guess what he does, guys? He poses with a female ringside, but Tommaso Ciampa made him pay, dumping him over the barricade. He takes the female's phone and puts the phone on his dick.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. We had coochie kicks. We got phones on dicks. And this all happened in the first half hour.
Aye. In the end, All Stars hit their big moves before Andrade drops Commander with the 1-2-3. Andrade wins. He cuts a promo how he will be the Casino Gauntlet and he will be the AEW World Title in the future. Before we talk about the most, literally, not in all joking aside, the most interesting, important thing in the show, in my opinion. Hoss, what you think about the match, and what do you think about Andrade winning to become the first entry in the Casino Gauntlet Battle Royal?
Chris, do you remember what I said about this match on Saturday? When we discussed the angles and stuff, you remember what I said about this match?
Refresh me.
I said it's gonna be funny because nobody from this match is gonna win the Casino Gauntlet.
That's I remember you said that. Yep.
So the match was fine. Like most of AEW wrestling, the match was fine. Really worthless in my eyes because I don't believe any one of these guys is going to win. But I just want to know this Andrade gimmick. Who's it for? This man, he's consistently taking his pants off. And he had How You Know on his ass tonight. Did you see that?
Yes.
Yeah. How you know. We got the term How You Know on your ass cheeks. I don't get it. And then we got the OnlyFans models that come here and take pictures with them.
That shit is so annoying, bro. I cannot stand that. Oh, they're independent wrestlers, some of them, and they're getting TV time. No. Yeah. I think it's so dumb.
She was struggling. She was struggling to unlock her phone or take the camera out or whatever. It's like when you see like a celebrity or like somebody famous and you want to take a picture and you're like, oh, I can't get my camera, and they're like, hurry the fuck up, like that. Oh my god, that was Andrade got you starstruck like this. She missed her cue for Andrade El Idolo, but I can't take it. I can't take that away from him. He's an attractive man. I give him that. Again,
all the snow bunnies like the real Latino men, Hoss.
I get it. I guess so.
And the Latino men love the snow bunnies.
I know that one for a fact. I know that one. So good on him. If it gets him bigger on the card, good on him. But I want to know who's it really for, because there's not that many women in AEW crowds. Now, this tonight was different because Arena Mexico is just a different beast. But if you go to these other sites where it's only 1,500 people, 2,000 people, it may be 100 women in their crowd, maybe 200 at best. So who's it for?
And how many of those women watch the product, or they're here with their boyfriends, husbands, or whatever, or their kids?
Exactly. Trust me, I looked at the demographics. We can pull them up here. There ain't that many women there. So again, I ask again. Who is this Andrade gimmick for?
I mean, I know some women on there. There are women sickos out there, right?
They are, but they're very few and far between.
I'm kind of curious. So, on typically, this is just the AI overview. This is like a WrestleNomics thing, but this was from. I think this is kind of old, but this is just what I see. So you could take it with a grain of salt if you want. On typical weeks, female viewers make up about 32 to 34% of the total television audience for AEW flagship programs like Dynamite and Collision. In terms of raw numbers within the key 18 to 49 demographic, women usually account for roughly 45,000 to 50,000 live viewers. Though high-performing episodes can spike up to 95,000 female demographic viewers, it's very unlikely. It's only a 32, 34%. So that's basically your answer. 32 to 34% of the AEW.
That's a higher number. That's a higher number than I thought. Honestly, I thought it was probably about floating around about 15.
I think this is a fair question to ask.
But yes,
in the wrestling community, that is a fair question to ask.
Yes, it is. But it'll get us in trouble. But it's a fact.
It is a fact. It is a fact. Speaking of facts, yes, MJF is still your AEW champion in my eyes. He's back. Makes his first appearance since losing the AEW World title to Kenny Omega at Beach Break. He attacks Andrade from behind, takes back the Dynamite Diamond Ring, and hits Andrade with it. He had his Triple B with him. He complains about his World Championship loss at Beach Break. MJF has a chance to qualify at the number 2 spot in the Casino Gauntlet next week. He vows to win that and become the AEW champion once again. Let me say this. I loved it, but I hate it at the same time. Why do I love it? This program, this show desperately needs MJF. All In desperately needs some MJF involvement. It's just proof. Not just fans, but numbers don't lie. That every time this guy is on TV, people actually care what he's doing. Now, why do I hate it? Why does the former champion have to qualify for this freaking battle royal for the number 2 spot? He should honestly be the number 1 spot. Why didn't you just have MJF going into Wembley as your AEW World Champion? And what's the plan? What is the plan? Is the plan him and Andrade? No, I thought that's what the plan was. So the plan is we don't have one, and we're going to throw you in a battle royal. Second year in a row. Why can't we get a freaking ladder match? What happened to the Casino Gauntlet ladder match? Does anybody remember that? Where MJF, when he was the devil at Double or Nothing, had to actually climb the freaking ladder, grab the poker chip. When Christian Cage had to climb up the Casino Gauntlet and catch the poker chip. That is more funner, Hoss, and more interesting than a freaking battle royal. You know what this reminds me of? And I heard somebody say it. Now, Andre the Giant. I'm not comparing the two, but you have a battle royal with a bunch of randoms that really don't matter to the show. They're just, hey, come be on the card. So we're going to throw a battle royal. And they do it in like a Royal Rumble style, which I think is fucking stupid. But Hoss, that aside, what did you think about MJF's return? What did you think about him saying that he has to qualify for the number 2 spot? And what the hell is his direction going into Wembley Stadium in just a few weeks?
Oh, well, full disclosure, I'm an MJF fan. Big fan.
Me too.
I love that he came back on this program. I've been counting down the days, not literally, but yes, I've been waiting for him to be back on television. This was great because it generated more heat for him because he beat the piss out of Andrade in front of his countrymen, and he roasted the countrymen as well. So that was great television. Got some blood out here. He was the first one to make people leak out here. Fun. So all in all, effective segment. His direction it's terrible. They don't know in the words of our president here in the United States, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't know it at all. I think it's something political backstage that took him out of the title at All In. I could be wrong, but I think someone said something that I don't want to wrestle him again. I think it was Will Ospreay. That's what I think. I think the Billy Goat says I don't want to wrestle him again in England because we've done it already. But you fought Omega plenty of times already too. So you rather fight Kenny than MJF again. So I think it's something political, but this is malfeasance for your top star. This is not how you get ratings up. This is not how you get new fans. It's stupid. It's absolutely stupid. And again, I'm a living testament. I was at All In last year in Texas where he won this contract already. So he's gonna win it again. No one else is gonna win it. So we're gonna replay the same thing that we did last year. I doubt he wastes the world's end this time around, but we're doing the same thing. It's stupid. It's redundant. I hate it, but it's MJF, so I'm going to watch it. But Tony Khan does not know what the fuck he's doing.
Yeah, I agree. And I don't think Adam Copeland bled. Yeah, I think it's very weird. Again, with Will Ospreay, this is my problem. I love Will Ospreay. But if that is the case, because I heard JD say that, I heard you say that, and I heard somebody else say that this could be a political thing, and you guys aren't far off. My thing is this, and I've had this complaint about Tony Khan for years. I think Tony's a great dude, but this is my one flaw about Tony. He is not a boss. That's why nobody really takes him seriously. That's why the OGs and the old timers don't take this guy seriously. He needs to say, look, I don't give a shit what you want at All In. This is what I want. I'm the boss. I sign your paychecks. This is my company. Do it or you're not fucking winning the title in your hometown. It's that simple. Even Tony, I bet you Tony knows that MJF and Ospreay was the better match. And then you have Kenny, who's in there fucking talking in Tony's ear, and the Bucks, brother Bucks. Oh, I want to fight Ospreay. I want to fight Ospreay. I think Tony should be catering to nobody. And I told you this a few weeks ago, even MJF. But I did also tell you there is one person he should, whatever. It's MJF. It's not Will Ospreay. It can be Kenny. Does that make sense? I think it's ridiculous. Oh. Be more of a fucking boss and stop trying to be one of the boys. And we'll have a much more better TV show.
You're correct. Because the thing about it, I know this is a completely smaller scale, but MJF is Tony Khan's Hogan. You should be considering what the hell he says. Honestly, like the guy, he's honestly the only draw that you have right now. And I also made a joke about this a few months ago when Kenny became, well, it ain't been a few months, been a few weeks, when Kenny became champion. I say, I believe Kenny pulled an EVP move, just like, hey, you know, I don't have much time left here. Go ahead and put that title on me. Let's do something. I've never made event at All In. Let's do that. And Tony Khan's like, I love me some Kenny Omega. He can't do any wrong. He's the god of pro wrestling. We'll let him have his main event at All In. We might lose a few viewers, but fuck it. The sickos love Kenny. They love Kenny. Just look at this man. They're destroying all wrestling tropes in this company. And I have to say it. I do love this company.
Me too.
They are destroying wrestling tropes as they go, and they wonder why we're not getting 1 million people a week. And that's but the max numbers, Hoss, but the max numbers, they're mythological, just like the Loch Ness Monster. We will never know what the fuck those numbers are. I don't care what Dave Meltzer says, we'll never know.
Yeah, look, we don't need Will Ospreay fighting Mark Davis in the main event of a Dynamite when he's involved. And we'll talk about that later on. But yeah, I mean, look, I don't like the direction MJF's going into to All In. Again, your biggest star in the company, the guy that gets you your highest view ratings, highest viewed or highest paid, highest money growth, whatever, ticket sales, highest gross income pay-per-views, grossed $1 million allegedly for Revolution. He was in the main event of it. Wasn't fucking Hangman, I'll tell you that right now. That boring son of a bitch. Cowboy shit. Yeah, you are. You're a cowboy who is shit. You suck. You're lame.
He's the ugly Chris.
He's lame as shit. Oh, we'll talk about him too. He is so lame. I can't stand him. Thank God that I'm so happy they put his return on a show I don't watch. I might check out Collision Saturday because I'll be on the road. So I'll be traveling. So I might be forced to watch Collision. I'll have nothing else to do. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. At least MJF was the only person to give us some real story speak. Everything else was just match. So that's what that was. MJF gets the number. He's going to fight for the number 2 spot. We'll see where that goes from there. Before we continue, I just want to say I like that Tony Khan. I don't know if I mentioned it last week. I think we did. I think we mentioned it Saturday. But I did see something else about it. Later next month, they're doing the Rebel Heart AEW special.
Great.
I'm just curious why it's in September and not like soon. But I guess they want to do it after All In, like a whole month after All In. So that show should be pretty cool. But I just wanted to bring that up because I like what AEW, Tony's doing with Rebel. I grew up watching Rebel, obviously from TNA. So yeah, it is sad. It's sad, but it's a good thing that AEW Hoss is keep doing stuff for Rebel and what she's going through. And we don't like Tony's booking. I don't like the way he sometimes dictates his pro wrestling. Can't deny at the times that people need it the most. He seems like a very nice guy.
Yeah, I give him that because I think he's nice, but I think he also cares about his public image as well. So that goes hand in hand with him. Yeah. And I will say that I saw the video she had with Mick Foley this past weekend.
Me too, dude.
She's losing her speech right now. And it was so sad to watch.
I know, dude. Because she's she's so positive about it. Because Mick Foley was like, "Oh well, you're dying soon anyway," and she just laughed it off, and she was like, "Yeah, that's the fact that she's even she can come to that."
Yeah, because Mick was talking about how he took the bump off the top of the cage and everything, and she's like, "Well, I'm dying," and I was just like, "Yeah, that's the way you can have some levity about it." Because yes, you're right, you are.
No,
right, Rebel, you're right.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's I hope she's around for that show.
Yes, me too.
That's the only reason I brought that up because it's in September. I don't, what I'm saying? That's kind of why I question what you want to do this as soon as possible. I would make this the show after All In or the second Dynamite after. I think you want to follow up All In and then maybe something like that. But yeah, I just hope she's around to see that. I would be shocked as hell if she made an appearance, even if she would get a big pop.
Oh
if
yeah,
she got an appearance. She would, and I don't know if she, is able to do that. I doubt it. Maybe we'll see Britt Baker.
I mean, she was in that video was spraying the ice on Foley, so
maybe Foley's kind of in her ear a little bit. No,
I mean, it ain't about her. It ain't about her. It got to be in Tony's ear to get her out of Guantanamo Bay. Get her a passport.
Fair.
She needs her freedom papers.
Fair. She's been in lockdown for too long. So, yeah, I just wanted to bring that up. We'll be excited for that show. It should be a good show.
Rebel might be located in Georgia. That might be, but could be close to her, so she could be there, possibly. Good. I don't know where she is, so possibly.
Well, that'd be even if it's I don't know how her speech would be, but even if she is up even on the Titantron in the beginning of the show or something. Hoss, I would hate I hate to even say this, and we'll move on after this, but I would hate for this to be a memorial show.
Oh, you and me both.
I would hate if this is a memorial show and they do. We gotta get a 10-second bell when this was supposed to be a awareness for ALS. This is supposed to be it's still a tribute, but a tribute to somebody who's still here and can make a big she's a big figure. AEW's a big brand, you could say. So again, I'll end it with that, Hoss, but I hope this doesn't turn into a memorial show. I hope that. So we'll move on. Speaking of some women here, we got Willow Nightingale and the Brawling Birds, Jamie Hayter and Alex Windsor versus Mercedes Moné and the Divine Dominion. Again, this is all basic pro wrestling where you have, a tag team match and a singles match, and boom, you pair the heels together, you pair the baby faces. I appreciate that. Okay, I can appreciate that. Again, this could be one of the more interesting builds for AEW's All In. Few questions. Does anybody have any fucking reason why Mercedes Moné and the Divine Dominion are together?
It's up to your own interpretation. I mean, that's what AEW is doing. I say Tony Khan wants you to be like, hey, she's a CEO, so she's hired the Divine Dominion to be her security, I guess. That's just the way my imagination works. But they're not saying anything. They won't do it. We're just gonna pair 3 good-looking women together and just see how it goes.
again, the Brawling Birds and Divine Dominion, they were out there, they were fighting, and my thing is this: they're making the match. This is going to be the match for All In. We know the Brawling Birds are going to win. I'm very big on. I hate seeing wrestlers interact before a big match, even if it's a tag team match. They're in a 6-man tag and they even touch each other. I miss it where it's like, for example, let's say we had Willow, Nightingale, and Mercedes. This is the example. I wish they wouldn't have done anything. I don't like this. Imagine something where it's like throughout the match, if we don't really get Mercedes and Willow in the ring together. They're not really going at it, no physicality. When they're about to get some physicality, they tease it some way, somehow. Both teams, the Divine Dominion and Brawling Birds, break it up. And we're like, oh, and then they leave us hanging until All In. Does that make sense? That's better television. That's furthering the story. And to me, that makes me want to see the match more because they have not touched each other. Fair. If you're out there freaking brawling already and having already your matches, whatever, I now know what to expect for your match. And it is no longer interesting to me. Hoss.
I'm with you. And I hated the finish of this match because it's becoming a pattern with Willow Nightingale. She's supposed to be the babe with power, correct?
Yes.
Why does she keep beating smaller opponents with schoolboys and flash pins? It looks bad. I don't like it. And then I also don't like that we actually had a finish to this match. I don't like that she pinned Mercedes. I don't like that. We could have ended the DQ. Why not? I mean, this is Arena Mexico. Why not end the DQ? Like, keep us wanting more. Now we're gonna be able to say, oh man, Willow's going to lose it All In because she's already pinned Mercedes. But I'm just sick of Willow looking weak. And people be like, man, it's wrestling. She was resourceful. And this man, I've cursed enough. Forget that. She probably put a doctor bomb on Mercedes if you want her to win. Do that. Let's be big out here. Wrestle big. But go ahead, Chris. That's my nitpick for this match.
I agree, dude. Again, the Brawling Birds winning at Wembley is not going to do much for them, dude. Tony has been building for this moment since they became a tag team. Since he paired Jamie Hayter and Alex Windsor together, he has been preparing for these two to win the women's tag team titles at Wembley. It's not going to get them nowhere when that finally happens. And you could possibly be bearing a Bayne and Lena Kross, who I think both should be singles champions in the next year or two.
Oh, I'm with you on that, Chris. I honestly think they break up when they lose. I think they're not going to be able to handle taking their first loss. And I could easily see Bayne just destroying Lena Kross. Just like it supposed to be Penelope anyway. It wasn't supposed to be you.
Yeah.
I can easily see that. And also, I'm tired of the Birds. Their name's supposed to be the Brawling Broads. So why we being politically correct? They would be way more intimidating if it came out them called the Brawling Broads. I guess I'm a man on the island with that one.
No, you're not. You're not. It's like I don't know if it's a UK thing or
they portray themselves as drunks and stuff anyway. They might well be the Brawling Broads. They're beating up men. I hate that vignette. You remember that vignette when they was?
I do remember their vignette. That's what I'm saying. All them and Tekla should form a tag team or a faction, even though Tekla's already with freaking Sky Blue and Julia Hart. Combine the factions together, have them just go out there and drink a few beers, cut some promos. I think that'd be better television than what the hell we're getting now.
That's another thing too. Where was Tekla? Where was she?
Yeah, no Tekla, Kev. Tekla. Wow.
Doesn't know what to do with her. Doesn't know.
That is insane. Anyway, we'll see what's going on for the women's division. Willow Nightingale, Mercedes. I think it still has some time to, again, be one of the more interesting builds going into All In. I'm not about physicality and having quote-unquote pre-matches before your actual match. That's being built up for the pay-per-view. You want people to buy the match, and you're giving it to us on free TV. Not my thing. It never has been my thing.
Chris, we easily could have them out there eating steak.
That dry ass steak.
I mean, at least we got a match.
Steak, dude, I'm gonna be honest. That steak had to be like food, like food stylists. that make like the fake food out of like toothpaste or whatever, and it looks real as hell. That
Yeah.
had to be that, because that was the driest thing I have ever seen in my life. It was the driest pause. It was the driest piece of meat I have ever seen in my life. It was not juicy. There was no tenderness, no blood, no red. The meat was just dry, and I don't like dry meat.
Sir, did Tony Storm take over your mind for a second? Because I can hear her saying that when she comes back.
My dry meats. Her stupid fucking Marilyn Monroe voice. Oh,
Luther, moisten that meat for me, Luther.
oh my God, Luther, dude. That dude was a fucking idiot. I think it was one of those things where it's like, hey, my son got problems. Can you take him in? Maybe pay him a little bit. I think that's what Luther is to AEW. Somebody's son that has problems, and Tony's doing him a favor. Yeah, sure, I'll let him do some chores and whatever. I don't know. I can't. Anyway,
I'm just saying. We
no
had
more
worse
dry. I don't want
bills.
dry meats on my
Never
television.
That's what he said, and that's what she said. No more dry meats.
Amen.
But we've had worse builds. Like we had it last year when we had the money match between Tony and Mercedes. They were just out there eating and dancing in the middle of rings. So we had a little physical altercation. Trust me, the build can get worse. It can get worse.
Well, let's hope it doesn't get worse, because I actually think they did some decent television last week. When Mercedes got out there. So we'll see what happens. Next week's a big Dynamite. And again, if it's anything's good, we will be back. As of right now, I am on vacation. Or next week. So I don't know how much of it I'll be able to actually watch. But we'll see. We'll see if something big happens. Speaking of, two meats touching each other or whatever, we had Kyle Fletcher and Mike Speedball Bailey for the AEW International Championship. I loved this match. I actually enjoyed it. You had a lot of physicality. You had Kyle Fletcher throwing Speedball out to the barricade. They were fighting a little bit on top of the steps where Speedball hits a moonsault out there. They had some good stuff in the ring. A lot of roll-up pins, false finishes. The kick back and forth was pretty good, where Fletcher reverses it and hits his little move there. I don't remember what he calls it, I'll be honest. But Hoss, I like this match. Again, every time these guys have a match with each other, it's very good. This match, I still think Mike Speedball Bailey, his direction's a little bit I think he's just out there having very good matches. And I think if he would have gotten into a long-term feud or program with Kevin Knight, especially at Redemption, I think fans would have, including myself, would have saw Speedball as just more than another good wrestler, because he comes off a bit awkward, I think, on the mic, and he comes off a bit like kind of like Kenny Omega, boring, I guess, as a Canadian thing, I guess, because even Bret Hart's fucking boring. But I think if he goes and has something against Kevin Knight, and the Don Callis family was actually booked correctly, I think they could have done something with him, and then it would have been something better with Mike Bailey and Kevin Knight.
Well, I'm surprised. I'm just happy that Mike Bailey's still alive, because when Kyle Fletcher launched that man into that barricade last night, I thought we was gonna be up here calling the paramedics, because he launched Speedball head first into the barricade. I know you saw this spot.
Which one? The one that he dives him to the barricade outside head first? Yeah,
no,
I know.
When Fletcher picked up Bailey and just threw him into the barricade.
Girl, they point the camera. She's like,
yes.
Yeah.
Kyle Fletcher and head injuries just go.
Bro, he threw him from almost a little bit past like the turnbuckle outside of the ring. Like, he ran up and he's like past the turnbuckle. He just like launched him. That was a pretty far launch.
Yeah, I bet Adam Cole is watching like, this MFer still ain't learned shit. He's still up here hurting people. Like, I want Kyle Fletcher out of the Don Callis family. Put him with the Hurt Syndicate, because he hurts people. That's what the hell Kyle Fletcher does. He hurts you. But yeah, the match was pretty damn good. This is the third straight match they have where they make magic together. I guess it may be the size dynamic. Maybe they both do the matching kicks that do things. I don't know what it is, but these wrestling people they like to say wrestling soulmates. I guess they're wrestling soulmates because they make good matches.
One thing I noticed, so Speedball likes to do his Hurricane Ranas. He likes to do his kicks and all that shit. I think it's a height thing. Like, they're both not the same height. Fletcher is a strong dude, so he could if Speedball wants to do a dive between the ropes, Kyle Fletcher has that strength and ability to, like, catch him. I think he has the ability to, again, launch him a couple feet into a barricade. Like, I just think for spots, they really do work well with each other. One thing that drove me kind of crazy, though, and Moxley is guilty of this in the opening match, where there was a point where, like, I think Speedball got in the ring, or he got in the ring, got on the turnbuckle, and he wanted to hit, like, he went on the turnbuckle and try to hit some move, and then Kyle Fletcher reversed it and, like, hit him with, like, a power bomb or something. But you can see Kyle Fletcher getting in the ring, setting up for the spot. Like, he's like, oh shit, it looks like he was like, oh shit, I missed my cue. He had to run in, get in position, kind of like what Moxley did the other day. That shit drives me crazy because I'm like, what? Like, you're literally getting in the ring to catch him, and then I don't know. That's just the nitpicking of the little things in the matches that drive me nuts. Any match when it looks like you're waiting for the spot, especially when you're laying down, getting ready to take a frog splash. And it's like, oh, I'm rolled around, and you see it. It's like not just like a natural roll. You know what I'm saying? That shit drives me crazy.
Think about it. Here at AEW, is so many damn spots in any given match. I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't forget half the match. It's so much stuff going on. The matches last so long. Like, I can get why Jade Cargill only had like those short matches when she was over here. Because, man, it's just too much to remember. It's too damn much. So I get it. I get it.
Oh, shit. I actually muted my mic. Whoops. Look. Mike Bailey, he did win that thing at Redemption. He had a good moment. I don't really see a direction for Speedball Bailey in a big setting, in a big story, in a big championship environment. He's just going to be one of those dudes, in my opinion, having good matches. Maybe win a TNT title. Maybe he beats Kyle Fletcher again for this title. But I can see Fletcher in the next year and a half being a world champion.
Chris, if Kyle Fletcher gets the AEW championship, Mike Bailey will be the one to dethrone him. This series is not over, and you know this. Mike Bailey is one of Tony Khan's favorite toys, and you know this as well. And it again for the demo, Chris. The demo, they love Mike Bailey. They made a big deal about it when he became a trios champion, sir. You know that they can't wait to put it on the Titantron that Mike Bailey is the first non-binary AEW.
Oh my God! Stop now. Yes, that's why they're gonna do that shit.
Exactly.
And they're probably gonna do it in June.
Whenever Kyle Fletcher's run is done, because I believe Kyle Fletcher will be the one to probably dethrone Will Ospreay next year. But whenever Kyle Fletcher's done, you're gonna have this strong baby face and Daniel's son, Mike Bailey. And he's gonna win it, and they're gonna have that big graphic ready to go. First non-binary AEW champion. We're breaking new walls down in AEW. No one else is doing it like AEW. Mike Speedball Bailey, your AEW champion. Book it by the end of 2027. Book it.
I want to get. I hope and pray we don't get to that point.
It's too late. It's too far gone, pal. They've already opened the floodgates for that at AEW. It's coming, pal. It's coming.
I'm sick of Tony Khan just doing shit because he likes it, or he likes the favorite people, or he sees what the internet says. When I talked about earlier about him not catering to his wrestlers, I didn't mean like everything he says and does listen to him. No, he should still have people in his corner talking to him, consulting him, and all that. But this is one of the examples where I'm like, Tony needs to listen to somebody.
Trust me. If he wouldn't listen to Jim Cornette on this one, he's gonna put that belt on Hong Kong Philly. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
He will put that title on Tomohiro Ishii if he could.
Ishii,
dude, he is so fucking. I can't believe he's still around. Like,
I would say this: if he was 6 years younger, if his back wasn't that stiff, I believe you, Chris. I believe Tony Khan would put that belt on him. He would do it in a heartbeat, and I'd be like, "Boy,
I would cancel my AEW.
Killer.
I would cancel my AEW. I would donate all my AEW merch to the Salvation Army or whatever the fuck, and I will just nope. Dynamite Bros will be done because I will not consume a product when that fucker is the top. Same thing with Cassidy. He's gonna put the title on Cassidy. I'm surprised he hasn't already. I'm so surprised Orange Cassidy has not had a long AEW title run, and I do not want to manifest it.
I believe he was scared. I could say I believe Tony Khan was scared it was going to be like a Danhausen effect. If he put that big belt on Orange Cassidy, they wouldn't take his company seriously. I believe Tony Khan has enough common sense to just say, I want to do it. They won't take me seriously. Maybe down the line before he retires. I can't do it right now. I just can't. So I believe Tony Khan.
Orange Cassidy gets a pass because the only thing I saw of Collision was Orange Cassidy, but he was doing the ice bucket challenge with the Insane Clown Posse. So I'll give him a pass because it was a ice bucket challenge for Rebel. And I mean, they're not getting it. I mean, I don't even know what's going on with that. But yeah, I mean, the Orange Cassidy definitely ain't helping anybody get TV deals. I will tell you. I think we can all agree with that. Oh my God. All right, chat. We are going to talk about the last few things here on the show. Before we talk about that, I did tell you guys we will hear from G Fuel later on in the show, one of the official sponsors of the Sports Show Network, the official sponsor of AEW's Dynamite Bros. We will hear from G Fuel. Take a 50-second break. When we come back, finish this review, talk a little bit about All In, and let's get ready for a great rest of the week in pro wrestling. We got a lot to talk about Saturday too. So we will be right back. We'll hear from G Fuel, and we'll continue on with this review of AEW Grand Slam Mexico.
All right, before we keep this energy going, shout out to the sponsor of tonight's stream, G Fuel Energy. If you're watching this live, you already know. We don't do slow reactions. We don't do low energy. We stay locked in. And that's exactly what G Fuel brings to the table. Zero sugar, loaded with focus, and built for long streams just like this. Whether you're grinding, gaming, or watching chaos unfold with us, G Fuel keeps you going. Hit the link in the description, use code PGHChris, and level up your energy the same way we do on Sports Jedi Network. Let's get back to it.
I'm Tom Hannafin from TNA Wrestling. You're watching the Jedi Sports Network.
Shout out to my guy, Tom Hannafin. Shout out to everybody here. Shout out to Hoss. I'm telling you, somebody is going to take your idea. One of these wrestlers is going to take your idea. They're going to come out with those exact same sunglasses, and you got to trademark those.
I can't. But they're already Kyle Fletcher. These are the Proto Stars, baby.
Oh yeah, that is. Oh yeah, that's right. That is right. Well, hey, not too many people notice that, including myself. So hopefully it doesn't get to the point where Tony's making merch, because Tony's an idiot for not making Penta merch. He didn't make Danhausen merch, like face paints or face gears. Bro, WWE said that's the first thing we're doing when they got there. We're making Penta masks for sale, and we're making Danhausen costumes.
Chris, did you not see the NFL masks? The AEW drop.
Those are fucking hideous.
Do you really want to? Did you want to see a Penta mask that looked like that?
Yes, I wanted to see a Penta Pittsburgh Steelers mask in black and yellow.
Were you going to buy that?
Like the one that he wears, like Penta, or the one that AEW has?
The one AEW has.
No, the one that AEW has designed looks like a shitty hologram mask. I would not buy that. But if it was Penta's mask as a Steelers mask and it was black and yellow, fuck yeah. I will wear that every single Sunday for my streams after the game. Absolutely. Like the Penta mask that he has right now in WWE. If that was, I'm talking about that one. I wouldn't buy the one that AEW makes. I'm going to pull a picture of it, and then I am going to pull it up because they're hideous. They're fucking hideous. Again. So yeah, Lucha mask. They only have the commander. Like, okay, I'm pulling this up. You guys got to see this. Quick intermission before we get back to the show. Anyway, I think you guys think this is more interesting than fucking Dynamite anyway. So when you go on AEW's website and you see Lucha mask, this is the only guy that pops up. You have fucking Mystico. You have Commander. You have all these CMLL people, and these are my options.
Zero.
Oh, there you go. There you go, Hoss. Look, I'll order for you right now. You can wear it every single Sunday. Look at this bad boy. You wouldn't wear this?
My head is probably too big for that mask. So I'd probably asphyxiate myself if I tried to put it on.
Oh, look! The sickos are buying him. The Bears are sold out. The Eagles are sold out. The Raiders are sold out. Oh, they got Bandito mask.
Oh.
They do. Tony Khan capitalized. I don't know who the fuck's wearing a Bandito. But Hoss, I think this is the one you're talking about. Oh, you didn't buy this one?
What?
AEW All In Texas Luchador mask. This is perfect. Look, it's a souvenir. You could have got it signed by Hangman just like Aaron did when he was there.
Sir. No. There was no chance. Cue to Vince McMahon. No chance.
They damn well they had those at the merch store. Now at the merch
they did.
That was the front and center. Fuck the MJF stuff. We don't care about Moxley or Hangman that's in our main event. We don't want to sell you guys our replicas. We want to sell you guys hologram mask. Get the fuck out of here.
Where is he? And he's still undefeated. Now, Kyle Fletcher broke his streak, right?
We haven't seen him since. Because remember, everyone thought hologram was Ricochet.
I remember.
Everybody was like, holograms Ricochet. But he is currently out to action due to a knee injury he suffered in September 2025. So that's why we haven't seen Commander or a hologram.
He took a loss and tore his ACL. Ain't that some shit?
Well, I don't wish a torn ACL upon anybody, but
at all. Especially with football season coming around.
I don't wish that upon anybody. Trust me, as a former football player, I've seen a lot of my best friends get those injuries. But if that's his way to get off TV, fine by me.
Collision misses him.
Oh, so you miss him? You and Jesse, and the other three people that watch Collision?
I said Collision misses him. I didn't say I did.
I'm just kidding because sometimes during Saturday, well, I did see on Collision. I'm like, yeah, Collision watcher. I'm just kidding. Sometimes dude, I'm just fucking with. I watch Collision sometimes, but when I see this though, I'm tuning off. Like this will pop. He's on Collision a lot.
He's walking strong and over Femi. You see how strong that walk is.
Okay. I'm going to pretend you didn't say that. Moving on. Speaking of luchador, speaking of mask, we had Chris Jericho, Mystico, and Darby Allin versus the Don Callis family, Kevin Knight, Okada, and Hechicero. Started off by Kevin Knight attacking Darby on the ramp during his entrance. Okada and Jericho had to square off. Hechicero attacks Mystico. Jericho slams Kevin Knight into the canvas. He tags in Darby. Kevin Knight tags in Hechicero. Darby hits a hip toss on Hechicero. Darby looks to go after Kevin Knight, but Okada intercepts. Drop click to the floor. Later on in the match, Jericho applies the walls to Jericho and Okada. Mystico applies a La Mystica on Hechicero. In the end, Darby Allin gets the win for the team after hitting a coffin drop on Kevin Knight for the 1-2-3. The team of Jericho, Mystico, and Darby Allin win the match. Hoss, I'm going to ask you a similar question that I've been asking on this show. Kev asked a similar question in the chat. What has this done to build anything up for All In? A match with Kevin Knight and Darby. Anything with the Don Callis family, Mystico. Jericho, last time I saw him, was feuding with Ciampa. So what's he going to do at All In? None of these guys have direction. And the easiest thing they could have done right now was Darby and Kevin Knight. I guess. I think that's the match we're getting at All In. Because we didn't get it at Redemption because Kevin Knight had to go fight for the title.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
I don't think we're gonna get it at All In because if that was the case, he pinned Kevin Knight last night. We would have got that. We would have got that graphic saying TNT Championship.
Yes.
Darby versus Kevin Knight because we got the Brawling Birds.
Yes.
Versus Divine Dominion last night. We got Andrade as the #1 spot in the Casino Gauntlet.
Yeah.
But they did not have that. They didn't have that Titantron ready for Darby and Kevin Knight. We're gonna get that on Dynamite. And we're going to probably get a title change because Darby already lost to Kevin. So Darby's going to beat him on Dynamite maybe next week or the week after next. We're going to have Darby go into All In as TNT champion. And we may have – that's where you probably get your ladder match. You might get some crazy ladder coffin match with Darby, Kevin Knight, Commander, Jack Perry, Nick Wayne, whoever you want to throw in there. They'll just throw whoever they want on the card. But yeah, that's probably what you're gonna have. That'll probably be your ladder match. Because Darby's gonna he's gonna go into All In as a champion, I believe. Because they've already said Kevin Knight has the most TNT title defenses already. He has that record, so they might as well put it on someone else.
This is how you know this company does too many fucking matches. Too many fucking matches. And they already. And I can't believe one of those defenses Hoss was against Mike Bailey. That should have been the end of his title run, with Mike Bailey winning the AEW or the TNT title. And then he shouldn't be in this mix for no international title. He shouldn't have had to win a #1 contender or challenger spot at Redemption. He should have won the fucking TNT title. And then if you wanted to treat Kevin Knight as a big star, you build him up like one and have him again challenge for the title if that's what you really want. Now, not while he's the mid-card champion, a part of a faction where he is supposed to be the top guy, and he's nowhere close. There are like 3 people in that group ahead of him.
Sidebar: did you see the stars for Kenny Omega and Kevin Knight at Redemption? Did you see what Dave Meltzer's graded it?
Please don't tell me he gave it a 5-star.
No, just south of it, 4 3/4 stars. And we usually don't bring up the star ratings here. I can't stand Dave Meltzer, but I watched that match twice. Kevin Knight got his ass beat. I'm talking about destroyed. So you're telling me that Kenny Omega just dog walking Kevin Knight most of the match is 4 3/4 stars.
I think Kenny and Dave had like a secret relationship that hasn't been exposed yet, because Dave Meltzer would go on and say Kenny Omega is the greatest wrestler. He said this with Chris Van Fleet, because Chris Van Fleet was like, Kenny Omega has the most 5-star matches in Warner Brother history. And then he was like, yeah, like he's great. He's one of the best wrestlers of all time. And Chris Van Fleet was like, well, how does he have more than Kurt Angle? And then he was like, oh, it's a different thing out in Japan. He's one of the best. It's a different style, different crowd. I don't take anything Dave Meltzer says seriously. I think he's a Kenny Glazer. Him and Brian Alvarez arguing is a highlight of Twitter on every week. Every week, always funny. Anytime I see a clip, because I actually like Brian Alvarez.
He's coming along. He's getting some sense about himself. He's coming along.
Yeah,
I guess he's friends with 7 years has been enough for him. I guess
the benefit of Kenny, giving a lap dance to Dave is Dave gives him good reviews on his newsletter.
Oh, I did not need that visual, Chris. That is awful.
That picture that Kev sent us in the group chat. That's what Kenny wears when he's around Dave.
Man, I did not need the visual of a Snapdragon lap dance.
He gives him a fucking V trigger. That's what he calls it, the V trigger.
Woof.
We don't want to see it.
We don't want the one-winged angel for Dave Meltzer, do we?
Oh, he would. I think he'd do anything to get dropped by one leg by Kenny Omega. And Kenny Omega's face is attached to here. Oh, dude, sign him up. He would give it 5 stars.
Man.
Oh my God,
that's terrible. That is awful. Awful.
Speaking of awful, speaking of disappointing, in my opinion, Persephone versus Statlander. Persephone wins. At least Tony wasn't that much of a dummy to have Persephone lose in her arena where they have the CMLL logos all over the damn place. But Kris Statlander sent Persephone into the floor early on, took her down. Kris Statlander missed the guillotine lead drop on the apron. Persephone hit a drop kick. Later on in the match, yada yada, they start battling outside. Thunder Rosa, Thunder Rosa, guys know the girl that was once a big time player for this women's division before she either got hurt, made some bad blood. If you saw a little bit of the AEW's attempt of their version of Unreal. Hoss, have you seen AEW's version of Unreal when they first started doing that? It's called I think it was like AEW. It's called AEW All Access.
No,
it was a show that they aired right after Dynamite in the beginning of AEW. And they talked. It was their version of Unreal. Okay, so yes. So anyway, I would actually recommend checking out a few of those. But there was Paige, Saraya, Tony Storm. This is when so they did they had an interim championship back then. It was Jamie Hayter, I believe. Somebody quote check me or fact check me in the chat. But I think it was Jamie Hayter. She was the interim champion because Thunder Rosa got hurt. And it was this whole thing backstage where, well, she's not fucking clear to work. Why take the interim title off her name? Like, basically, it was like everybody rallying behind Jamie Hayter and everybody. And like Thunder Rosa, talked. She was like, I'm hurt. What do you guys want me to do? Like, whatever. So, yeah, it was some real drama. Who knows if it was real? But that's kind of, to me, that's where Thunder Rosa's stock fell down. Ever since I saw that at the time where it came out. She hasn't really been booked since. But we saw her on the show. Anyway, Persephone did beat Kris Statlander. So what did you think about the match? What do you think about, Persephone came down to pull Thunder Rosa's title. She batters Rosa with the Mexican national title. Do we see a Persephone and Thunder Rosa match on AEW, or do you think that's something they did because they're in Mexico at the CMLL arena? Maybe they could use that to further progress storyline going on down there.
Yeah, I think that's what they catered to something down there. I don't think we're going to see Thunder Rosa and Persephone on AEW television. If you let Tony Khan hear about that, he put them on ROH. That's what he do. But we should have more respect for Thunder Rosa. She is a former AEW champion, so she should be on TV more. But I don't know about that. But Persephone, she needed to win. This is how you keep your partnership going with good taste with a CMLL, and she shouldn't lose anymore. Her internship at AEW should be over with now. She should start winning now. I'm talking about just racking up win after win. Because before this, I said she should have squashed Statlander. They weren't going to do that status of fan favorite, so she couldn't get squashed. Heaven forbid she gets squashed. But we squashed MJF twice in 1 year. But there's neither here nor there. But yeah, Hikaru Shida came out there. She intervened. So they're gonna, her and Statlander are gonna have some kind of match at All In. I don't care, but it's gonna be a thing. But I want to see Persephone and Maya World have a one-on-one at All In if possible. And if Maya World loses there, I wouldn't care because I like both of them. But Persephone is more of a favorite of mine. I believe Persephone should have some gold at AEW. So yeah, she shouldn't lose anymore.
With the rumors and all that stuff about Persephone, do you see her maybe leaving AEW or CMLL, maybe going to WWE when she? Because I see a lot of people are talking about that on their shows and even on Twitter too.
I can see it because I believe Undertaker would love her and La Catalina to work together at AAA. Mm-hmm. Then you could probably have her and Lola Vice too. You can add more to their division down there, and then have a slow rollout onto maybe to NXT or the main roster because she's so young. But yes, all these wrestlers, they dream to go to WWE. So even though AEW could be their introduction to wrestling, everybody wants to get to the main stage. And people hate when you say that. WWE is just a competitor. They're not the big leagues. They're not the main stage. I'm like, yes, they are. They're grandfathered in. It's just a fact.
Yep.
Yeah, you could be an AEW homer all you want to, but it's just a fact of life.
Yep.
In the words of LA Knight. So yes, I could easily see her moving on, but if AEW wants her to renew her contract, you got to put her in position on Dynamite every week. She's already beaten Mercedes. She has that win already. So if you've beaten Mercedes Moné, your biggest woman star outside of Toni Storm, and she's up here still jobbing on AEW television, it's backwards. It's backwards as hell.
Yeah, I think the whole women's division right now is kind of backwards as hell. And Kev says, speaking of Ring of Honor tonight, our friend Janai Kai makes history and will defeat Athena, or will defend or beat or go against Athena. Go Janai, go. Yes, Janai, she has been making rounds in Ring of Honor the last 2 weeks. I call her match with Maya World. It was a good match. I like this. She's fighting Athena tonight. I did see a graphic not too long ago.
Yeah, it's a Proving Grounds match.
It's a Proving Grounds match. So, okay, so hopefully we'll see what happens. But I think, two people that could be on AEW, especially Athena. She's, you know how I feel about her. I've spoken about her so many times, but I just don't know how she's not on AEW. I don't. I'll never understand it.
I will crank up my AEW to see this tonight. I will do that because
it's good. Well, they probably upload it on YouTube too, but yes, I'll probably crank up my AEW as well.
I did see a video of Janai Kai doing her kicks over the past week, and I said, "Oh, that couldn't be me. Couldn't be me."
No, dude, her kicks are crazy. Her kicks are something
those feet coming vicious, and I'm just like, oh, scared. She would have broke my glasses with the air off her foot.
She's insane. I like her, man. She's great. She's a friend of ours. We interact a lot, especially on Instagram too, still. So she's great. And I hope the match went well because I know it was taped. And I hope we see her more on AEW because, like I've said, she is a good friend of ours. But before we talk about the next match leading up to the end of the show here, we got one more match and then the main event. Breaking wrestling news, ladies and gentlemen. Breaking wrestling news. Hoss, SummerSlam will be in Indianapolis next year. That is being reported as we are on the air. SummerSlam, Indianapolis next year. Just wanted to bring that out there because, that's something new. Dynamite last night, kind of boring. So yeah, Hoss, Dynamite is in Indianapolis. So just wanted to throw that out there.
Two straight years of places that don't sound like summertime to me. Minneapolis and Indianapolis.
Yep.
No one goes to Minnesota for the summertime. No one goes to Indiana for the summertime.
Yeah, this is like when they had Beach Break in Chicago. One of 2 years ago. AEW Beach Break live from Chicago, Illinois. There's a beach in Chicago. People go down to Chicago to vacation on the beach for summer. I never fucking heard of it. I remember when me and Kev started working together and doing reviews. We reviewed one of the first ever AEW pay-per-views we reviewed was The World's End, I think 2024. And it was Thunder Rosa in a Tijuana street fight, and the event was in Orlando. It was fucking hilarious. That was a whole rant. It was so funny.
Man, what's next? Winter is coming in LA.
Oh, dude, winter's coming, right? They're probably gonna do winter's coming in Clearwater on the beach, and then they're gonna have the background as ice and winter themed, knowing they're dumbasses. Oh my god!
I see they got Wrestle Dream in Orlando this year.
Yes, it's in October. I definitely want to try to make it out there. I definitely do. I think they made their Orlando home the UCF building, so that's not bad. I mean, obviously they're not going to get the main buildings. WWE has that whole city on lock. So yeah, SummerSlam. Just want to bring that up there. Breaking news in the wrestling world as we return back to our AEW Dynamite review. The Demand, Ricochet, Toa Leona, and Bishop Khan versus Hangman Adam Page and Brodito for the AEW Trios Tag Team Championship.
Chris, you got to say their name correctly. They are the good, the bad, and the ugly.
The good, back, and the fucking terrible. The good, worse, and the terrible. How about that? The three Muska, you know what? Q. I'm not gonna say the word. I'm not getting canceled. The three Muska, you know, that's what this group is. That's what I wish I could call them. Long story short, we have new Trios Tag Team Champions. Yes, Hangman Adam Page is now a Trios Tag Team Champion for the second time. This time with a different group. Instead of Brodito going after tag team titles, they're now been demoted to the Trios Tag Team Championship scene. And you took the titles off a legit tag Trios faction for what? Because Hangman Adam Page is back?
Yeah, man, they just won't do good creative. He has to walk around with a belt on for some reason. Like, we just can't make him more interesting. Well, give him a nice little arc without a belt for a while. Oh no, here's a Trios, but just walk around with it again. We just saw this visual a few months ago, but no, have another belt. Man, I am so over Hangman Page. He just got back here. I'm sick of him already.
Again, there's diehard Hangman Page fans out there. Some people think Hangman was the savior of the company, especially last year. Oh, it's all about Hangman. He deserved this time off. Why do you think he's never challenging for the AEW Championship again? Because he fucking sucks. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Aaron. I'm sorry, all the sickos.
Can't draw a dime.
He can't draw a dime. He's had 2 title runs. I still believe to this day that the worst title run in AEW history is Hangman's first title run. Not his recent one. His very first title run was terrible. Terrible. And he's not interesting. He does the same shit. He cuts the same style of promos. He's an okay worker. I just don't see why putting him in a trios faction with Brodito is going to do anything for all 3 of them. Didn't we see Brody King on his own for months? And all of a sudden he's back with Bandito. Didn't we see Bandito on his own for months? And all of a sudden he's back with Brody King. They do nothing. Nothing to connect the dots. Nothing to get them back together. It's just, oh, you guys want to work together today? Oh, let's go back to that. Fucking tell us on TV.
Tony Khan heard that we were calling Bandito a jobber. He couldn't go for that. He couldn't stand for it. Gotta give him another belt.
Oh, Bandito's a jobber. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. He has.
He's a jolly good jobber. For he's a jolly good jobber.
He is doing the jobs. See, this is, you guys gotta understand. People don't like when I say the word jobbers. They like when I say enhancement talents. These talents aren't enhancing fucking nobody. Manny Lowe isn't enhancing nobody. He's a fucking jobber. He's there to take the job for whoever the hell he's. Roosh, for example. What the hell is it? Where was he at? Hoss, we made Roosh a big fucking deal for the last month. He's going against title, him and MJF going for the world title, and he's not even on Arena Mexico?
Exactly. Where is he? Where he at? Where is he, Chris?
No visa, dude. I don't want to hear shit about visa issues. They were in fucking Mexico.
Where was the Beast Mortos, Chris?
Oh my! Oh, I mean, anyway, I guess Mercedes doesn't have all the power, huh? Beast Mortos would have been world. They would be going into this show as the couple with the world title scenes, the lawyer. I'm surprised Mercedes hasn't pitched for that idea yet. I just hope I didn't give them an idea.
Mercedes has the power that Swerve was talking about a few months ago with Kenny. I want the power.
I got the power.
They could have used Swerve Strickland on this show last night. They could have. Where was it? Where was he?
Anyway, I have no idea. I have no idea what Swerve is doing. I'm gonna be honest. We got to see him, Hoss. We got to see him before All In. If he's not on All In, what the fuck?
Oh man, he must be leaving the company if he ain't on All In. What the hell?
Anyway,
he was a big part last year. Huge part last year.
Yeah. And he was the biggest part the year before in the main event against Bryan Danielson in his retirement match, which wasn't really a retirement match because he won the fucking title. But I digress. That was a waste of a freaking championship run for Swerve that everybody wanted to see. I digress. Speaking of something that nobody wanted to see, Hoss, our main event, Mexican street fight, Will Ospreay versus Mark Davis. Now, there's just too much to go back and forth on, but they did a lot of weapons. Mark Davis launched the chair at Ospreay before the bell even freaking rang, and they started to battle out, which, yeah, let's injure the guy who's going to be in our main event winning the world title at our biggest show of the year. Go out there and have a fucking street fight against your bestie. What's Tony thinking? What a freaking moron. What a moron. Oh, yeah, true. Swerve was on Fox Wave. That's where he's at. He's wrestling on Fox. Oh, that's right. That's right. Hoss, didn't he go on national TV or whatever, on NFL TV? Yeah, we're getting the deal with Fox and
yeah, we're gonna be on
Shockwave. I think that's a stupid fucking name. Get rid of Collision before you add another show. Anyway, I just wanted to bring that up because yes, that's where Swerve Strickland's going to be. But Ospreay was busted open, no pun intended. They start fighting each other. Ospreay fights back. Mark Davis hits a power driver on the fucking apron. Mark Davis gets up at the 9 count. Ospreay hits a hidden blade for a 2 count. Mark Davis spikes Will Ospreay with a power driver for a 2 count. And then Mark Davis wrapped barbed wire around his arm. Ospreay makes his comeback and connects with the Styles Clash for a 2. In the end, Ospreay wraps the barbed wire around Mark Davis's neck, delivers a hidden blade for the 3 count. Post-match, Will Ospreay celebrates in the ring, and they go off the air. No Kenny Omilda, like Kev likes to call him. No nothing, Hoss. Just a street fight to AEW Dynamite last night. What'd you think about the street fight? What do you think about Will Ospreay? I'm just going to step out for maybe 45 seconds, and I'll be right back.
Street fight. They invalidated the term street fight because they said you couldn't have any outside interference. Then how is it a damn street fight? That's what I do not understand. So they're trying to sell me a street fight with actual caveats. Made no sense. Will Ospreay, Tony Khan has to protect your top babyface from himself. It's the same thing I said about Darby Allin. You can't be having your champion do all these crazy spots, and he's supposed to be the representative of your company. We got Will Ospreay getting dunked on his head. Shout out to Dunkzilla. He got dunked multiple times on his surgically repaired neck. Multiple times. Then you know what he does? He goes to get barbed wire. He's grabbing guys by the dick in the balls. I mean, this show was you're right. It has street fight elements, but then nobody else could come and be part of the street fight. I've never seen street fights in real life where people don't get involved from the outside. Oh no, we're just gonna let them fight one-on-one, a street fight. Where you see those at? People pulling out cameras. Somebody might pick up a 2x4. Hell, in some parts, some people pick up lead pipes. But no, in Mexico City, they have street fights where people just fight. Get them up, put them up. Just one-on-one. It's weird. It's weird. Weird place.
It is a weird place. Weird time to have that match. I don't know why, again, don't know why we're doing it. I don't know why Mark Davis is having the match. Hoss, if they were going to do anything with Ospreay in this situation, why wouldn't they do it with somebody who's attached to Kenny? In other words, I would have ran back Hangman and Ospreay. They should have done that. Remember, they had their little tease before the show last week where he came back, or his first Dynamite where he came back, and they looked at each other backstage. I would have done that match tonight instead of Mark Davis.
I would have had him fight Mox. That's just me. You could have had Ospreay. You don't think and Mox?
Why not? I could see Moxley being his first opponent after he wins the title. No, because Moxley was, when Ospreay came back from his neck injury, he was the first person he fought was Moxley at Dynasty. So maybe Moxley could become his first opponent after, which I think stupid, but we're clearly not getting you know, the heel turn with Ospreay and him aligning himself with the patch and all that stuff. You might as well, coming out of All In, build up what you already have been building up for the last month and just have that fallout play out.
It's just I hate double titles. So Moxley, I don't think he's losing the Continental Cup. So he would come there, be the first challenger for Will Ospreay. They're gonna do belt for belt. Those never match well in this company.
Oh yeah, that's
we
right.
just
Moxley's not gonna lose that Continental shit.
Yeah, we just had the TNT in the AEW Championship, so it would. I actually wanted to seem like would Ospreay actually lose? So if Mox is holding up to that belt, we know Will is not going to lose. So why not do it in Arena Mexico? I mean, that could have been the no interference match. It could have been non-title, no interference street fight. I would have bought it. I'm like, that's a main event because they already got heat. They got real heat. Makes sense. But again, this company does what they want.
I love that. I actually like that better than my idea. I'll be honest, because again, I wanted them to again have the heel turn, all that at Redemption didn't happen. So I'm just thinking, not long term, but kind of after All In, maybe a Death Riders member still. I'm not sure. Maybe it's Hangman, but he can't challenge for that title again. So that's where they're face to face. I'm like, it's a cool teaser because they had a banger match at the Owen finals last year in a Double or Nothing Arizona, but Heyman can't challenge the title again. So it's like, you can't do that. So I don't know. They kind of booked themselves, I think, like always, into a interesting but messy situation. So we'll see what happens falling out of after All In. By the way, we will be live after All In. All In will start at 2. Hopefully it doesn't end at like fucking 10.
Well, again,
let me ask, is there a WWE pay-per-view that day?
To be determined. To be determined.
Fair. But what are you gonna say, Hoss? My bad.
I hate to keep bringing it up. I was there last year. That show went 6 hours. So let's just say they started at 2. That getting done by. I just want to be done by 9, because Tony Khan he doesn't know when to quit.
Yes.
So 6 hours would be 8 o'clock. So we could be done by 8:30. Fine.
Well, let's hope so. Because look, the show's gonna start at 2. Okay, there's no.
Kev just say yes. I think Heat Wave is that same night, that same day.
Heat Wave is August 30th. It's this. Oh my God. No way. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it is Heat Wave. So we'll see what happens because Sunday, August 30th. Heat Wave is also Sunday, August 30th. Oh, and that's when they're doing the AAA show too. Oh no, they just have the triple. They do AAA. They're doing a AAA and a Heat Wave.
Worlds Collide is all out.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's what I'm getting mixed up with. All right, yeah. So yeah, it says here Sunday, August 30th in Texas, Burt Alden Arena. They're doing Heat Wave. So hope maybe Tony says he doesn't want that Kross and he keeps it, but he did it last year when they did the Great American Bash. So, and I think the main event was either middle or just ending right before during Saturday night main event.
Right.
So we'll see what happens. But overall, I'll give you guys my closer here, and then I'll give it to Hoss. And then Hoss, if you have anything else we forgot, want to bring up, talk about, please, the floor is yours. But I thought this show was just, again, match after match after match after match. The setting was cool. The stage, the presence, I enjoyed it. Nothing really to progress storylines going into All In. MJF coming back, I liked it. Again, still kind of on him being in the Battle Royal, but overall, at least something came out of this show and not nothing. But again, I was hoping for when Redemption was over, we would get this good TV, this good build up. We haven't gotten that the last 2 weeks. So let's just hope. I don't care if I'm on vacation and I have to do we got to do an emergency take. Give me something, please, going into the biggest show of the year. That's all I want. I don't want it to happen at the biggest show of the year. I want the tension building up from next week on. Can we please fucking do that? Please and thank you, Tony. Please and thank you. Hoss, the floor is yours, man.
Tony Khan, I pray to the same God as you, Tony Khan. Let's have Bible study together. And if we could do that, and we can have some good television after we have a heart-to-heart picking up our Bibles, I'm right there with you. I just pray to God that you're going to bring us some great episodic television instead of just great house shows on TV. Please, Tony Khan. Please. That's all I ask for.
Please, Tony Khan.
We know the pay-per-views are going to do what they do. We need at least 2 good Dynamites a month. That's all I ask. We need 2 good, strong ones. I'm not talking about matches. We need 2 strong, good episodic television shows a month. That's it. It's not that hard. It's not that hard.
Nope. It is not that hard, ladies and gentlemen. It is not that hard. We can book this shit with our eyes closed. Apparently, Tony can't. So we'll see what happens. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been it for today's episode of their Dynamite Bros AEW Dynamite recap. Again, if anything happens interesting, if Hoss or anybody wants to tune it up, talk about some AEW next week, go for it. I will not be here next Wednesday, so I will see you guys the week after to talk about some AEW Dynamite on Wednesday, most likely that Wednesday night. If not, we'll push it to Thursday if we have to. You guys know the drill. Thank you so much for being with us here tonight or this afternoon on a Thursday. Thank you to Kev in the chat. Undertaker is quitting 6 feet under after his wife tanks the show. Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised it hasn't been canceled already. The show sucks. All those WWE podcasts suck. Thank you to everybody in the chat. Kev, Bada Booney 154, and Connie. Thank you for being with me and Hoss on a Thursday afternoon. We will see you guys this Saturday for myself, Hoss, and Kev. Make sure you guys go check out Jeff Littman and Kev's NXT review from this past NXT Tuesday. MLW Files with Jeff Littman and Mr. Thomas, and much more here on the Sports Jedi Network. We'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.